leg here. We weren't sure, we weren't all on the same page about whether we were doing these hybrid still. So we should be all set up. So yeah, if you can find a place, thank you so much to those of you that are here live and in person. And we'll go ahead and get started with our warm up. Big inhale. So one of the things that I've done when fold forward is kind of if you've been doing it with me online, you'll have noticed that I changed the pattern just a little bit. I'm kind of obsessive about patterns. And so I realized that we were kind of randomly starting some of the movements on the left side, some on the right. So I've adjusted everything so that each activity begins on the right side. And since I am mirroring you, I will be doing it opposite. So I'll move to my left and you'll move to your right as we start each of the different exercises today. Inhale up. Yeah. So you'll just go the same direction as me. Don't have to worry about translating anything in your mind. I'll try not to say words like left and right because 50% of the time I'll be wrong. Coming back to center, interlace those fingers and float those palms up overhead, extending, exhaling, lifting. Coming back to center, inhale overhead. Exhale into your side bend. Can you guys all see me okay? Michelle, does it work for you to be that far over? Okay. Back to center. Exhale down. We're kind of rushing a little bit through our warm-up since we got started late. Exhale, come up. Inhale overhead, but we still want to make sure that we're synchronizing our breath to our movements. Inhale up, exhale side, back to center and down. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, extend. Back to center. Inhale, exhale into your side bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend, back to center and down. And then inhaling center, exhaling as we rotate, looking over the shoulder. Inhale, come around. Exhale. Oh, I was thinking I was going to be closer. Good. Back to center. We're going to go ahead and put all the weight up here in this foot and step the opposite foot back and circle our heel around. And just so long as you're doing both sides, it does not matter if you're on the same foot as me at all. Reverse direction. And then pour the weight into the back leg, keeping that knee bent. And circle the toe. And reverse. And go ahead and take that foot back. Circle that heel around. And reverse. And then we're going to shift that weight back. Circle the toe. And reverse. Good job. Go ahead and bring it down into some knee circles here. A little stretch even down into the Achilles. And reverse direction. The knees should feel safe. No pain. And then coming up wide stance, circle the hips around. Same thing here. If your pelvis is slightly out of adjustment, this might not feel great. And if that's the case, go ahead and avoid doing this one. Reverse direction. And coming back up tall. Let's take it to the upper half of the body, dropping those arms. Good. And then rotate. into flying dragon. Good. Back to center. Let's shrug those shoulders up toward those ears and down the spine. Inhaling as we draw up. Exhaling as we come down one last time. And then take the arms all the way up and around. Exhaling down. One more. Good. Arms out in front. Flex the wrists. Point. Flex. One more time. Circle the wrists around. And reverse direction. Squeezing those hands into fists and then releasing. This one's just really great for relieving stress. It's a good one if we're ever in a stressed out state, just squeezing and releasing and coming into finger touches here. And shake it out. Deep breath in and out. Excellent. Okay. Coming into our standing meditation posture, knees soft, feet hip distance apart, elbows bent, palms facing in, soft gaze out in front of us or with those eyes closed, settling in to this peaceful state of being present and aware. Deepening the breath and regulating the breath more intentionally. Maybe on your next inhale, even expanding those palms out as the lungs fill up with air and the belly extends. And exhaling, reversing that. Really gearing down here. Just think of an engine that just has multiple gears. We're running in a high gear most of the time. Take a moment to slow down, bringing the engine almost to an idle. One more breath in and out. And lower those hands down, opening those eyes if they're closed, and flowing into regulating the breath. Palms are going to lift. Exhale, lower down. Just like we have a dominant side, right or left, we also have it visually. And so if you're on one side of a room and it feels awkward, feel free to move to the opposite side of the room and switch your dominant, or switch your eye, if you will, that you're maybe seeing me out of. Breathing in and out. One more nice deep breath in, all the way out. And we'll travel over and into pushing the boat. So you're going to move in this direction with that foot closest to me. Exhale, push out. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, press away. Do one more on this side. We'll draw back into center. And then switching sides. Exhaling, pressing away. Good. Inhale, draw back. I have made the executive decision that we will be doing this facing the mirror on Thursday. We're going to do our program facing the mirror. If anybody doesn't want to be in the shot, I can make it work so that they're not. But I think doing this live, it works better if we have the mirrors for you guys. I'll do two more. Really focusing on that breath. Drawing it back into center. Rotate the torso, shouldering the sun and the moon. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lifting those palms, anchoring and rooting those feet down. Breathing in. Exhaling all the way out as you come back to center. And let that breath be your guide. It's just like Jiminy Cricket. The breath will direct the hand motions. We'll do one more on each side. Good. Coming back to center. I'm going to step out with one foot. Inhale overhead. Great spirit bird spreads its wings. Stepping back and switching. Inhale overhead. Exhale, step in. Really thinking about the breath here. How long does it take to fully inflate those lungs? That's how long it takes to get those arms overhead. And then to fully exhale, bringing it back to inside and initiating that next inhale. One of the biggest things I have noticed about this practice is not only mine, but everyone's propensity for moving on to the next thing. Okay, this is what I'm going to do next. This whole series is designed to focus on what we're doing right now. So as much as it's tempting to motor plan in our mind for the next movement, Allow yourself to just be in this space, suspended, and allow the muscle memory that you've developed through this regular practice to just take the arms and feet where they intuitively need to go to finish the rest of the series. We'll do this one more time all the way through. Inhale overhead. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And this time, as we step out wide, we'll go ahead and bend our knees and scoop down, lifting the millstone. Shift back to center. Inhaling as we bend down. Exhaling all the way out, shifting and stepping in. And do one more on each side. Good. All right, we're going to travel into opening the window and looking up at the moon, bringing the empty step along inside or behind. Inhale, transfer the body weight. Exhale, rotate. Align that hip over the heel on your supporting leg, and the shoulders stack right on top of that hip. Once again, that knee should feel completely safe, protected. Oopsies. One more on each side. Good. Coming back to center. Hands are going to travel down the center line, step out, sweep around, exhaling. Inhale, draw back, lift the toe. Exhale. this side, and then as we bring it back into the center, we'll just load the opposite leg, unload, and step out. Exhale. Good. Inhale. One more. Stepping back into center. Sidestepping, lifting the hands, stroking the long beard. Breathing in, breathing all the way out. I once had someone tell me when they came to my front door that walking through my garden lowered their blood pressure 20 points between getting out of their car and walking to my front door. That feeling, that sensation of body's tension relieving, releasing is what we should experience in this practice and what we are cultivating through this practice. And it really does actually lower your blood pressure. So observing that feeling, and if it's absent, working to bring awareness to where we're holding tension. Really relax into the breath. Last one here. And spending these last few minutes in our standing meditation posture, hands floating in front of the body, arms nice and loose and relaxed. Nice neutral spine, that crown of the head directly over the cervical spine, directly over the tailbone, which is slightly tucked under. And hips floating above the heels. Shoulders stacked right over those hips. Chest just slightly smiling and proud. Observing our breath. Is it deep and slow and regulated? Or is it shallow, choppy, weak? Taking one more breath in. Exhale those hands down. Flutter those eyelids open if they're closed. And breathe those hands up and into heart center. Maybe if you've taken a break from this or haven't been doing it with the energy of others around you in a live setting, this is a good time to just notice and observe the differences in how our practice feels in different settings. Just noticing, bookmarking that feeling, that observation. I'm looking forward to continuing our practice to deepen the awareness of those things and how our body makes little adjustments on its own to help us realign, rebalance. Thank you for coming to class today in person and online.